Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my Project Pan update number 10. It's my update for October. If you don't know what a Project Pan is, essentially you gather a bunch of products and you focus on finishing them up or hitting pan. So this year we're using the hashtag Team Project Pan to connect with other people who are also project panning. You can click on the hashtag that's in the description box and that will take you to a bunch of videos of people doing project pans. So I'm going to start with my empties. I have this guy, Thin Lizzy, the bronzer. We knew that this would be done. There was barely anything in it, and I've been playing with some other bronzers. Two I will actually introduce a little bit later in the video. I really enjoyed this. It was a beautiful product. So there you go. Powders. I actually have two. I have two. So my Australis Fresh and Flawless. There wasn't much left in this. I kept it in the project and introduced a new powder, which I'll show you in a second. This was super easy to finish up. There was barely anything in there. I enjoy this, but it's a bit too much. It's too much for me now. I just find when I was young and super oily, it was great. But being someone who's older and now I have fine lines or, you know, got smile lines, it doesn't look very good on my skin. The next one is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. So I actually introduced this at the start of September, and no, end of September, October. I introduced it last update, and the reason I put this in my project was because I'd had it in my monthly makeup basket, and people were telling me that the wet feel that this has when it goes on your skin, it would start to disappear. So I should use it up while I can. Now I had half a jar left and I used it up. It was very easy to use up, and people were right. I found probably towards, it was probably in the last week or so that this really lost all feelings of sort of wet or dampness when you apply it to your skin, which is a shame because that's kind of the fun part about the product. I didn't mind it as a powder, but it's not anything so special that I feel like I would need to spend the money and buy it again. Also, I went through it really quickly. Foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in 207. So I was there at the last update and I finished it up. I really enjoy this foundation. My skin's pretty dry at the moment, normal to dry, I would say. And I think I like this just even more with normal to dry skin. So I have heaps of backups of this. They've discontinued it in Australia, but I don't believe they've done that elsewhere in the world, but I have a huge stockpile, so I'm covered and I really enjoyed it. I also finished up the Greenland Milky Rice Milk and Vanilla Body Butter. So this was a tub of body butter. It is as clean as it will get. There was barely any product in that at the last update, and I did introduce a new moisturizer so that I'd have something that I was working on for the majority of the month. This guy, I don't know, like I really enjoyed it, but I don't really buy body moisturizers. Like I don't buy them again. I usually try something new. So if it came into my life somehow, I would be more than happy to use it, but I'm not likely to buy it. However, if I was the type of person to repurchase body moisturizers, I would buy this one again. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, my last empty is the Uemura Water Paint Ink Liner in Berry Red. So I finished this one up. It's also in my monthly makeup basket. This one, so this I finished this up really quickly and I was surprised. And it wasn't until today when I weighed it to double check, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So when I introduced this last month, it came in at 6.09 grams. And when I weighed it today, it was 6.05 grams. And I was like, I really haven't used that much. Like, this shouldn't be done. But then I looked at how much is in there and it's 0.5 mils. I didn't realize there was so little product in these. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense now and I'm okay with it. But, whew, these are expensive and they don't contain much. I can still get like a line out of this, like when I use it, but it doesn't do 2 eyes. I can do one, but I can't do the other. So definitely considering that done because I'm not going to walk around with one wing done. Although I could have done like one color and one another color. I didn't, but I could have. Oh, I thought that was my last empty. It was not. This is the LA Colors Color Craze Nail Polish in Cocktail. So I was up to here when I introduced it and I finished it. It wasn't difficult to finish. There was barely any product in there. It's a pretty color. It's like a sort of transparent pink base with holographic glitter. Good stuff. I do actually have one item that I'm throwing out. It's this guy, the Bliss Fabulips Sugar Lip Scrub. So annoyed at myself. Okay, so after filming my last video, I took this in the shower to use it and I used it and I was like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is the type of lip scrub that I just despise. It's like a disgusting stinky balm. Smells like raw ingredients. It's got a little bit of like a lemony vanilla scent, but you can't smell that on the lips. It tastes like absolute bleh. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Also, not enough scrubby bits in it. It feels like rubbing Vaseline with lumps in it on your lips. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It doesn't scrub the lips and leaves your face greasy and gross. Anyway, then I was doing my, like, putting in some data into my spreadsheet for my project pan. I was like, oh my God, Hayley, you absolute moron. You tried to use this. You included it in the project earlier in the year and decluttered it because you hated it. And clearly it has not ended up in the bin where it belonged. It's ended up back in my lip scrub drawer and back in my project. So this is going in the bin right now. Time for progress on the other products that are in my project. So I'll start with my concealers. This is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I have the shade Light Neutral. So last month I introduced this and it was 27.19 grams and I weighed it today at 26.03 grams. So that's pretty good. I've used over a gram. I'm happy with that. This is a 10 mil product. I don't think I have a whole lot in here. Like when I open it up, I can see like right down to the bottom. Oh my God, I just got concealer on my carpet. Disgusting. I think I have like maybe this much and then probably some that's stuck up here. So I'll be working on it for a while. I don't mind this, but I really like, it's not my fave. It's not my fave. I'm happy to use it. I would probably purchase it again if I could get it at like 50% off. But yeah, otherwise I'll just buy like the Fit Me concealer or the Instant Age Rewind at 40 or 50% off here in Australia. It's just as good. Then I have the MAC Studio Finish concealer in NW20. So I don't use this to conceal my face. I use it as an eyeshadow base and it's fine. I thought I was going to be really close to hitting pan. I mentioned this in my last update and then it was brought to my attention that this doesn't have a traditional pan. It just goes all the way to the bottom of the container. And I was like, no, that's devastating. It contains 7 grams of product. I really hate products that are little like this, that take a long time to use up. It really frustrates me. Anyway, I'll keep going. If I get sick of it, I'll just fucking toss it out. So this was 17.17 grams at the last update, and it's now 16.9. So I really haven't used that much of it, but we'll keep going. MAC Fix Plus in Pink Light. So this is one of the ones that has the shimmer in it. I really hate the shimmer. I think it looks shit on the skin, especially with like the sprayer that it has. It just comes out in splotches. It looks atrocious. So I got rid of the pink shimmer in it. I just let it settle. I tipped out the fluid, rinsed out the sediment, and then put the fluid back in. And since I'd done that, I figured I should pan it because I don't want this like growing anything. But I've done really well on that. I was up here, I'm now down here. I use this as a primer in between layers of foundation, and also to rehydrate my makeup when I'm done or throughout the day. I think if you have dry skin or normal skin, you can really get away with using as much of this as you want. It's basically just water with stuff in it. So yeah, it's fine. Highlighter and blush. So I introduced the Becca Afterglow palette, and look, I've got so many feelings about this. I'm really happy with how I've been going on these guys. Let me see if I can show you. So this one and this one, especially this one, I've got some like, she's dipping in there, and I've got a little bit going on in the pink as well. Not that you can really see it, but I use those two together. I take my brush and sort of dust them through both. I'm also, you know, very, very frequently using this blush, but they're really pigmented. Like, you just don't need a lot. The sort of tan blush I do enjoy, but I've been focusing on this one because I think this is going to be the most difficult one for me to finish up. And I've got this mentality that if it gets to the point where I have like used up everything that I want to use up in this palette, I can pop out this guy, pop it in like a Z palette or something, and just use that organically and throw out anything else that I'm not going to use. This shade here, which is Topaz, I have a lot of issues with. I can't use it as a highlighter. It's way too dark. I put like one of those gradual fake tans on. Look at how terrible it looks. This is why I don't use them. They look orange, and I can get away with using this on my body when I have that going on, but I doubt I'll pan it. I doubt I'll get there with this shade. It's just not suitable for my coloring. And the pink one, which is rose gold, again, it's not really great for my coloring unless it's mixed with this one, which is Moonstone. So I don't know how I'm going to go with this, but I'm going to just try. So at the last update, it was 78.37 grams, and this update, it is 77.61 grams. So I didn't quite hit 1 gram of product. It contains 7.4 grams total. Australis Metallics in Gold Gaga. This is my most beloved and probably biggest nemesis of the project, because it's deceptively difficult to use up. So I came in at 11.79 grams last month and 11.74 grams this month. So there's been some use, which is really good, but I just got to keep going. That's actually the exact same amount of product that I used last month, 0.5 of a gram. 0.05 of a gram, sorry. Interesting. Just got to keep using it. Uemura water paint ink liner in aqua blue. So I put both the red and the blue eyeliner in my project. This was 6.07 grams last month, and it is still 6.07 grams. I did use it a little bit, but not even a handful of times. I was focusing on the red one, and this one I used maybe 3 or 4 times. There we go. Definitely twice that I can remember. So I'll see if I can get through this one by the next update. That would be great if I can. If not, that's okay. Essence You Better Work mascara. I've been really loving this mascara. I think it's fantastic. So this was 24.9 grams last month, and it is 24.45 grams this month. So I used 0.45 grams. It contains 10 mils. I'm not there yet. Definitely not there yet. I really enjoy this mascara. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna keep using it, keep going. Brow products. So I have the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. This one I have pretty decent progress on, which I'm very happy about. This is what I have left. Just that. I'm sure it'll probably take me the rest of the year to finish it, but I really want to finish it. I've been working on this for a long time. I introduced this in the project in April. My God. I also introduced the Brow Contour Pro last month. So it was 14.87 grams. It's now 14.83 grams. I have had a little play in the last, when I introduced this. I said I wasn't sure if I would use the highlighter or the definer shades, which are like the lightest ones. I thought I would only use like the actual brow shades, but I've had a play with the highlighter and the definer shades, and maybe I will use them occasionally. Most of the time I just forget, but I haven't been minding them when I do remember to use them. So if it gets to the point where I've used up both of the eyebrow shades and I've still got a bit of the highlighter and concealer shade, I'll probably just get rid of it. All right, lip products. So Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Stud. This is really pretty. I just feel like it's a little bit dark for what I'm liking at the moment. It's really pretty, but like I said, a bit dark. So this was 11.04 grams and it's now 10.99 grams. So I've used 0.05 of a gram. I used it once that I can remember, probably more like twice. It wasn't really the one that I was focusing on. I actually can't wear matte lipsticks anymore. And these Ultra Satins, they're not as drying as like the ultra matte lips from Colourpop, but they still dry down. So I have to pair it with a gloss or a lip balm, which I don't mind, it's fine. But because the color is a little bit darker than what I'm sort of leaning towards at this time of year, I am finding it not really what I want to reach for, but I'd like to give it a go and see if I make progress throughout November with it. We'll see. This one from Pixi, it is the Honey Sheen Lip Lift Max. This is like, I've been at this. You can see there's really not much left in it. So it was 14.88 grams last month, and it's 14.33 grams this month. It's only supposed to contain a gram of product. I've been reaching for this all the time. I've had it in my handbag and I'm just like, put it on, put it on, put it on. Lips are dry, put it on. It's so easy to wear. It's nice. It's not super sticky, which is good. Yeah, I've been loving it. I'll definitely finish that one up by the next update. And then I have my Winky Luxe little lipsticks. I failed to weigh these last month. which was really stupid. So I've weighed them this month, and hopefully I'll have an update to show you next month. I used mostly this nudie one. I can't remember what it's called, but I really love the color. It's beautiful. It's actually quite similar to what I'm wearing now, which I'll talk about in a second. This is not this, but it's a beautiful color. And also this pink one did get some use out of me, or I got some use out of it this month. Again, beautiful sort of mauvey pink. And then I have a red and a dark purple. And to be honest, I'm just, I don't know. I don't know if these will see any use at all, but we'll see. Okay, what I'm wearing on my lips right now is this guy. It's a Colourpop lippy pencil in Beeper. This is gorgeous. I adore this shade. So you can see there, it's quite similar to the Winky Luxe. I've been loving just putting this on and then putting this guy or a lip balm or anything glossy over the top to add moisture to it. The formula of these is really nice. It's really pigmented. They glide on and it's super light and thin, so it doesn't make your lips look thick or heavy or chunky. I love it. I really, really love it. I'm happy with the progress I've made on this one, and I probably haven't used it as often as I usually would a lip liner of this color. You know, I feel like nude lip goes with the majority of the lip shades that I wear. Nude lip liner goes with the majority of lip shades that I wear on your average day, but because I've been reaching more for hydrating stuff, hasn't got a lot of love. Like I said earlier, I introduced another body product because the moisturizer I had was almost done and I wanted something to work on. This is the Jergens Skin Firming for visibly firmer skin, for cellulite prone skin. I was here, I'm now down here. That looks like a lot that I've used up, and it is, especially in a month. The issue is I'm on isotretinoin. My skin's dry. I moisturize every day, sometimes twice a day if I'm having a particularly bad dry day, because there's nothing worse than feeling literally dry and itchy all over. So it's just like, give me the moisturizer. So yeah, I use a lot of moisturizer, and that's probably going to be the case for quite a while now. So it is what it is. So I've been using this in a way where it's probably, you know, the best way to see results by using it every day. Like it says, use daily and make a firm resolution for more beautiful skin. I have not seen my skin, like, it doesn't look firmer. It hasn't reduced my cellulite or anything like that. But my skin is so soft and I love it. It's great. So yeah, I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't buy this looking for cellulite results. And yes, I do have some. I do. It's great. Love that shit. So good getting older. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't say it's great for cellulite, but it's a really beautiful moisturizer. It's nourishing. It doesn't leave me feeling greasy and sleek even when I put on a lot of it, because I'm like dry and tight and uncomfortable, and then it leaves my skin really beautiful and soft. So I love that. It's fantastic. Kerastase. This is, oh my god, it's on the floor. This is the Serum Therapiste from the Resistance line. I really enjoy this. My hair has been loving it. So last month it was 81.16 grams and it is 68.56 grams. I can feel that it's feeling top heavy. So this has 2 tubes in it. And when you pump it out, I'm not going to pump it out because this shit's liquid gold for me at the moment. You can see it's got 2 little holes here and here. It pumps out like a bit from one tube and a bit from another tube. And I can feel it's top heavy. So everything down here weighs nothing, and it's all like up the top here somewhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if I finish that up next month. I have used one of these in the past and I burnt through it like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that one's on its last legs. And then I have my fragrance from Katy Perry. This is the Killer Queen Oh So Sheer perfume. Now, this is a bit of a pain in the ass to mark. I can't really set it flat anywhere and mark it properly, so I weighed it last month on my little scales and they max out at 300 grams, and it said that it was full, so it couldn't weigh beyond the 300 grams. So this weighed over 300 grams essentially. I weighed it today and I got it under. It's 254 grams, 254.27 grams. So I've used a little bit. It was full when I introduced it. I'd used it like less than a handful of times. I'm going to spray some now. I don't mind it. It's okay. I've made no solid commitment to this perfume. If I get sick of it at any time, I'm going to take it out of the project and pass it on to my mum. Finally, I want to introduce some new products into the project. So, foundation. I'm going to finish off the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This is in the shade Nude Warm. I've had this for ages. I really enjoy this foundation. And I just sort of put it to the side and then never picked it up again. So I'm going to finish it. It's not a whole lot of product in there. I do think it's probably going to take me, it'll be, yeah, I think it'll be at least until the end of the year. I think that's fair. Or I might finish it sort of mid-December. I doubt I'll get through it in November. But that's okay because I've done well with foundations this year. What can I say? Powder. I'm bringing in the Nye Neutral Set. There's like half a jar left. I just want to finish it up. It's a colourless face powder. Shouldn't be too difficult. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Just want to use it up. Bronzers. I'm bringing in one that I'm committing to and one that I am being non-committal with. So this is the Wet n Wild Colour Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. So I've been using this as a bronzer, choosing to use it over a contour because I don't know, I just like that at the moment. I think it's really pretty. So I'm gonna pan it because may as well. And my non-committal one is the Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This is in Dulce de Leche. It is the two-toned one. This, it's not right for me. It's just, it doesn't, I can't seem to make it look nice on my skin. It starts to look a bit ashy and weird. The contour, I don't mind it. However, I have a theory that this throws off the color balance on my camera like crazy. It makes everything orange. So, non-committal, but willing to have a play with it on days where I'm not going to be in front of a camera, but I do want a little bit of a contour. I don't mind taking some of this and, you know, popping it under my cheekbones and then bronzing with this. So I'm just going to have a go with it. I'm so on the fence about it, and I'm sure if I've got it in the project and I'm using it, I will develop some serious feels. Otherwise, I just won't use it, and then my feels have already been proven to me. So either way, I'll work it out. And the last thing that I want to introduce is another eyeliner. Because I have a theory that this guy will be pretty easy to finish up, I want to introduce just a standard black one because I've currently got 3 open. I don't need 3 open. I need to finish them. This is the Mecca Max Wink Ink Super Liquid Liner. I really enjoy this, and while it's still going strong, I want to use it up. Also, it's a felt tip, and I find felt tips dry out much quicker than brushes, probably because I know how to like refresh a brush tip very easily if it gets clogged up with makeup, but I find it doesn't work as well with felt tips. So putting it in because I want to use it up. Alright guys, so that's it for my Project Pan update for October. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave your comments down in the comments section, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.